Well, good morning. It is a lovely, it's kind of chilly today. A little cold. If we can, yeah, you can still see me. It's a little brutal this morning. I was out earlier letting the horses and stuff out and didn't have gloves or anything on it. A little cold, a little windy. Today we have repos to move. So I called on, so there's two repossession lots in a town that I'm familiar with, and funny story, we'll backtrack a little bit. One time many years ago, one of my diesel trucks that was all turned up and stuff was impounded. We'll just leave it at that. It was impounded. And I had to pick it up from this tow lot. And it's one of the repossession lots, or one of the tow yards I picked up from. My truck wasn't repossessed, it was impounded. But it was funny to go there. Nothing has changed. Still the same old office, still the same old people smoking cigarettes in there. And it was kind of funny to be like on the other side of things, on the good side of things. Anyways, there's like two lots in that town, and one of my buddies who owns a tow company, he's real good friends with the one, so they have a truck there that needs to be picked up, and it's paying $450 on 100 miles. So I called and booked that just to fill today, because today was kind of an empty day. I've got work the rest of the week, but today was an empty day, so I was like, well, either stay home and do nothing or make some money. And I figured with Christmas coming up, better just make the money. So I called and I scheduled that one. And then RPM called me right back, and I was like, great, this thing's not available or something. And they're like, hey, could you get another one for us at a different location? And I'm like, yeah, where is it? It's a little farther south of this place. And it's paying $450 as well. And I'm like, well, what's the catch? He's like, nothing's a catch. It's got keys, it runs. And it's paying $450 on like 120 miles. All going the same direction. So I'll be like a half hour away from it. My two stops are a half hour apart. So it's like, well, he said nothing. Nobody has picked this thing up. And he says, we'll pay $450 on it if you can get it tomorrow, which is, I'm grabbing it today. I was like, yeah, sure. That's easy. I said, if you guys have stuff, you guys know where I am now. I said, if you guys have stuff that you can't get moved, or you have stuff that's coming up, just give me a shot first before you even waste your time. If you give me like a list of 10 cars and you need them moved within the week, I'll get them all moved if we can agree on a rate. So that turned out good, because now the guy, instead of me having to call in and wait on hold for 20 minutes sometimes, like during the busy times, like you try to call right now in the morning, you'd be on hold forever. You won't get through unless you have extreme patience and an hour to waste. So now him and I just text. As long as it's business hours, I guess I don't know if it's his line through work or whatever, he just texts me. And it's turned out pretty good. So we're gonna pick those two up and drop those two off today. So that's like 900 bucks. I've got a truck coming in from South Carolina, an older Ford truck coming in. The guy's gonna drop it to me so he can go home for Christmas, and I'm gonna take it the rest of the way up into Pennsylvania. It makes me money. It was something I brokered, but I'm still gonna finish it the rest of the way because of where it is. If you're not familiar with that area, it's a tough place. It's tough to get in and out of. And I told the guy, just give it to me so you can go home for Christmas, and then I'll finish it the day, it'll be on Thursday. So that worked out perfectly. And What else? Oh, I had a truck moved in from Florida to my Super Duty parts guys. So staying busy. The brokerage side's been really busy. Gotta sit down and get everybody paid out before Christmas. I do like 5-day pay on everything. I don't do COD on most stuff because I allow people. Most of my locations, stuff can be dropped 24/7. Like when I'm bringing trucks in for my Super Duty guy, he can drop 24/7 there. It's a business location. If you can unload yourself, whether it be rolling off the trailer or it runs and drives, you can deliver 24/7. But I'm not going to pay COD at 10 o'clock at night when I haven't had somebody put eyes on the truck. Whether it be damaged or stuff stolen, so I just do 5-day pay. Usually everybody's paid within 2, but I do 5 days so I have time to make sure everything's right. Make sure stuff's not damaged, make sure stuff's not missing, and it just gives me a little bit of time to make sure that something didn't happen. But if somebody's there to receive it, I usually will be able to pay, and they're like, yeah, all's good. I'll usually pay same day. Alright, let's get up the road here. I think we got about an hour and 40-minute drive to the farthest location. We'll get that picked up. It's not that many miles. It's just kind of a bunch of back roads. We'll go get that picked up and head to our 2 stops and get both these repos dropped off at the auction. So I just want to address something really quickly. This has more to do with TikTok than YouTube, but YouTube's starting to become a little more like this, with people wanting me to do sponsored posts, whether it be here, try our product, make a video on it, or some of these companies will just send you the product without saying anything and expect a video. Well, the stuff that I do, if I can't use it on, like, I wouldn't say a daily basis, maybe like a weekly basis, I'm not gonna promote it. Things like jump boxes and degreaser and the diesel heater, everything, all that stuff I use. And if it's good, I'll tell you if it's good. And if it meets my standards, you'll see it. If it doesn't, then I'll tell the company, like, hey, I don't think this is a good partnership. I wasn't very happy with your product. Do you want an honest review, or do you want your product back? Is pretty much how it goes. So I've had a lot of success with the jump box that I have, starting just about everything, except it wouldn't start that dead Toyota. Part of it's probably my fault because the battery was low on the jump box because it had been in my truck in the cold, which kills batteries. So last night I took it inside and charged it. So part of it, that's my problem. And now that's a 2500 amp jump box. I have a company that reached out and said, hey, we saw your video. I think we might have a better product as far as what would suit your needs. It's a 6000 amp. So it's a bigger jump box power-wise, but it's, from the pictures, it looks pretty compact. So we'll see. If you see me using it, that means I like it and it was good enough. If you follow me on TikTok, you'll see that stuff over there. Having a good jump box, a reliable jump box, is so important to me. And also having one that's portable that I can carry. You see those big blue jump boxes that every car shop has, whether it be like a dealership or a tow yard or something. They're just a pain to carry around if you're going from, like, you know, if you're walking through the auction or, you know, having to walk to the back of a dealership. They're a pain to carry. So having something portable is nice. So I'm only promoting stuff that I use weekly, that I will use until it doesn't work anymore. It's not just one of those where I get it, I put it in a video, or I make a TikTok on it, and then I just give it to somebody, or put it in the corner of the shed, and it piles up. So just something I feel like I should address, because I got 78,000 followers on TikTok. Companies are reaching out every hour with products, and for me to promote 2 or 3 a week, I'm turning down 20 or 30 a day at some times. So I'm only really using the stuff that I like. Runs and drives. Runs and drives. Runs and drives. Let's see if I can at least get this thing to where I can get it straight without hitting that. I can pull up out of here if I have to, but let's just keep pulling it back some. Wish I would have brought my wireless remote that I got new batteries put in and I left in the house, but hey, it is what it is. It's rolling pretty good. Try and get past this BMW. It's got keys, but the keys aren't programmed. It just says theft whatever. There's the steering wheel would lock like that, but I could strap it. Got my jerry rig set up. Keep coming. What I should do is flip these ramps and pull up out of here, pull this thing, and then drift it down to where I can get on it, get at it straight. But how that's gonna work, I might do that. I pull this thing and take the strap off, and I can drift it. I can drift it back down. Thankfully, the way this gate was angled, I was able to get in here, but Alright, now I can get... Don't need this anymore. Guess I'm gonna try to reposition some. It's just tough with that gate there. Should be alright. Ow. Alright, at least got it out of the spot. Come on. Keep coming around. Keep coming around. Like magic, baby. Getting some extra money on this one, that's for sure. Paperwork says keys, runs, drives. Oh. Like how it's just coming right around. Hopefully the hitch doesn't hit. Get that wheel straightened up some. This thing's been sitting for a long time. Actually, I gotta keep coming that way so I can get around that fender. Just a little more. I'm walking around. Got a big winch plate coming for this. Well, it's done. Had it made. Just gotta install it. We'll get her on there, that's for sure. That is for sure. See if I can get her up there a little more. I mean, if I had my wireless remote, I'd have this thing on already, but I don't. Well, we've got quite a tight recovery here this morning. Let me show you. Coming out of this repo yard with a 44-foot trailer. This truck was supposed to run and drive. See how tight the road is here. We'll get her. We'll get her up on there, don't you worry. Come on, girl. Come on. Don't bind up on me. I just need a little more and I can move it. Come on. Come on. Bingo. Bango. On the trailer. Alright. I'm gonna put this thing in park and get out of this lady's way so she can get out of here. She's sick. I'll pull up on the street and finish this. And I'll let her go. Alright. Flip my ramps. Ugh. Alright, well, got it up out of there. Took us about a half an hour or so. Now I'm just gonna winch it the rest of the way back. Now we're on flat ground here, a little easier on everything. Reverse, neutral, park and brake off. This thing pulled back a little farther. So I got another truck to put on here. It's again supposed to run and drive, but we will see about that. Gonna have to cut that wheel. At some point here. Pass that fender and go up and cut the wheel. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh shit, I almost fell. It's a little muddy. What fun. Fun, fun, fun. That should be enough for the next one. Next one's just another 1,500. Should be good. Well, this is just the game you play. In-op, no keys. Running and driving truck. So, guess it's just a game you gotta play when you're getting paid for an in-op with no keys. But it runs and drives, it's the luck of the draw. And it kind of makes up for the other one, so. I'm gonna get the ramps dropped here, do my inspection real quick, and we're gonna get out of here. It's funny, man, I had all this ready to go to winch this thing back off the truck since it doesn't run, and I didn't even need to do that. Had this nice guy come over and help me. We just pushed it off.